Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. My name is Urmila and I am your functional and life skills trainer. Today, our topic is narration. In today's talk, I am going to talk about what is narration, the three popular forms of narration, that is the point of view, examples, what is narrative, and narrative lead ideas. So, before getting into this, let me introduce a statement to you. Here is a sentence. The narrator narrates the narration of the narrative. I repeat, the narrator narrates the narration of the narrative. Here we can see four words: narrator, narrates, narration, and narrative, which carry, all these four words carry different meanings. Narrator means speaker or writer. Narrates means writes or to write. Narration means words, and narrative is story. So, the writer or the speaker writes the words of the story. The meaning of narration is simply words and narrative is story. Now, let us understand what is narration. Narration is the collection of words written by the narrator telling a story. It is the way of expressing words. It is also the act or art of telling a story. Narration is conveyed by the narrator. In simple words, it is the art of telling a story. The words or the written or spoken commentary used to convey a story to the audience. The art of telling a story takes lots of consideration. Choosing a topic isn't enough, we must also choose how to convey the topic to the reader. So if you want to be a writer or a storyteller, you can choose to tell a story any way you'd like. This is known as point of view. Let us understand more about point of view. Point of view is the angle of considering things which shows us the opinion or feelings of the individuals involved in a situation. In literature, point of view is the mode of narration that an author employs to let the readers hear and see what takes place in a story, poem or essay. So in simple words, point of view is nothing but the mode of narration. For example, let us see the mode of transport. There are three modes of transport. One is air, the second one is water, and the third one is land. If a person decides to travel, whichever mode he selects, ultimately he is the one who reaches the destination. But the only thing varies is the mode of transport. So if you consider a person as the words in narration, the mode of transport would be point of view. So point of view is the mode of narration or the way of narration. It says who is telling the story and describes the narrator's position in the story. The small difference between narration and point of view is narration is the collection of words written by the narrator in telling a story, but point of view is the mode of narration or the type of narration, and it talks about who is telling the story. Now, let's see the three popular forms of narration or the three popular forms of point of views. They are first person point of view, second person point of view, and third person point of view. Here is the first person point of view. It uses the pronouns like I, my, we, our, me, and us. The narrator speaks about himself or herself. The narrator is usually also the main character. Example, I was sad. I felt nervous. So in first person point of view, we see the narrator playing as the main character or the protagonist, and the narrator himself or herself speaks or says the story. This is the second person point of view. It uses the pronouns like you and your. The narrator speaks directly to the reader, and this second person point of view is rarely used in literature. Example, you were sad, you felt nervous. And this is the third person point of view. It uses the pronouns like he, she, it, they, his, her, and their. The narrator watches the story but is not in it. Example, he looked sad, he seemed nervous. So in third person point of view, we see that the narrator watching the story and talking about the characters in the story. This is the page taken from class 10 of English Reader, and this is the poem. I'll read it for you. As I sit here alone and waiting, I gaze at people passing me by. I try to smile and reach out to them, but no one notices, no one waits. They look to me like I am nothing. Are they afraid to be seen saying hi to an old man like me? So, this poem we see the writer using the pronouns like I and me. So, this is the best example for first person point of view, because you can see the narrator is talking about himself and he is talking about his feelings and opinion on what's happening around him. This is the piece taken from the novel If on a Winter's Night a Traveler, written by Italo Calvino. So from chapter 1 I am reading this for you. The arms of the sofa, on the wings of the chair, on the coffee table, on the desk, on the piano, on the globe. Take your shoes off first. If you want to, put your feet up. If not, put them back. Now don't stand there with your shoes in one hand and the book in the other. Adjust the light so you won't strain your eyes. So here you can see everywhere the words or the pronouns like you and your. It seems like the narrator directly talking to the reader. So this is the best example for second person point of view. This is the page taken from class 10 English reader. The Indian film industry has completed 100 years in the year 2013. It is a fitting tribute to the world of cinema to recollect our favorite films, producers, directors, actors and music and art directors. Telugu audiences are proud of many great producers, directors and artists. Savitri is one such prestigious artist. Ever since she was 8, she evinced interest in learning dance. Later she associated herself with the theatre. She formed a theatre organization as well. She had little difficulty in learning the film field. When Savitri was 12, she was offered a role in the film Agni Pariksha. She was offered a film Agni Pariksha, but finally dropped as she looked too young for the role. So, in this piece, you can clearly notice the pronouns like she, her, like that. So this is the example for third person point of view, where the narrator is talking about the character of the story. The last point to be discussed is narrative. A spoken or written account of connected events, a story. Any story is a narrative. So as we discussed earlier, a narrative is a story. Let us see narrative structure. Every story has a structure, the beginning, middle and the end. Narrative structure is the order and manner in which a narrative or a story is presented to a reader. So, this manner is given. It is exposition, raising action, conflict, falling action, denouement. Let us see exposition. Exposition is the introduction or the information given about setting, characters, backstories, plot, events, etc. Raising action. What happens in a story leading up to the most exciting part of the story. So, something happens in the story which totally leads to the most exciting part. That something which happens in the beginning is the raising action. Now, conflict. Conflict is the challenge the main characters need to solve to achieve their goals. So, in conflict we see the main characters struggling or fighting to achieve their goals. Falling action. It is what happens before the end of the story after the conflict. Then, denouement. This word denouement is pronounced as denouement. Denouement is the very end of the story or the conclusion of the story where all the conflicts are resolved. So in the middle we have seen a conflict and if the conflicts are resolved, it is the end of the story and it is known as denouement. Now let us see the narrative lead ideas. If you want to be a good writer, you have to follow these narrative lead ideas. First of all, what is narrative lead? It is the way to grab a reader's attention or interest. So, to make your readers to be interested towards your writing and to pay their attention towards your story, you need to follow these ideas. So, these are the narrative leads, the action lead. Start with an exciting event to grab your reader's attention. So, see that there is an exciting event happening in your story in the beginning. Sound. A sound can get the reader's attention and bring them right into a key event. Question. Asking a question can get your reader thinking and wondering. Dialogue. Having characters talk can give the reader important information about events and characters. Flashback. Mentioning an important event from the past can help the reader make sense of the story. Description. Using vivid words to describe a scene or event can help the reader picture what is happening. So these are the main narrative lead ideas which will make your reader to pay interest towards your story. Students, here is an assignment for you where I will be teaching the example and the rest of the 3 sentences can be done by you. To make a lemonade, I add the juice of lemons to water and sugar. So, the writer is talking to himself here, and also we can see the pronoun I. So, this is in first person, and the same sentence can be converted into second and third persons. Let's see. To make a lemonade, you add the juice of lemons and sugar. So, we can see that the narrator is saying directly or talking directly to the reader. Okay. Now, third one. To make a lemonade, he or she adds the juice of lemons and sugar. So, now the narrator is talking about somebody else. Now, you can see these 3 sentences. First, identify in which person it is written. Then, convert the same sentence into the next 2 persons. This is the homework for you. Hope you all understood the topic, and let us all meet in the next video. Thank you.